Since our bread and butter is litigation, there's two ways that that generally happens. The first is strategic litigation, where we're either looking at the map, or we are looking at the map of what the world looks like and trying to figure out how do we want to shape it. And from there, we're kind of deciding, okay, what kind of case do we need? Where do they need to go? And what are the people we need to be able to bring it? Once we've established that, then we go and execute on that idea. Now, that's not a fast thing. Court cases can take years before they potentially get to the Supreme Court. In some instances, they get up to the Supreme Court, as with the recent Bruin decision, and get sent all the way back down because there was a case ahead of it. So Bruin being the lead case that was ahead of it, some other issues that were up on cert, and they all the way back down to the district court. So you could be looking at, 7, 8 years before something actually happens in some instances. So strategic litigation is how we want to shape the world. And then there's opportunistic litigation. There's a plaintiff or somebody who comes to you with a problem and they say, hey, this thing's affecting me. And we look at it and say, okay, there is a public benefit to bringing an action on behalf of this individual. So for instance, we have a case currently right now in Maryland that's challenging Maryland's red flag law. That came to us through an individual who showed up in our hotline saying, I've had this problem, described his problem, and we took a look at it and said, there is a public benefit to challenging the law. This guy is the vehicle to do that, and the end result would be getting rid of an unconstitutional law. The public needs an organization like the Second Amendment Foundation for a number of reasons, but mainly because the amount of time, the amount of money, and the expertise required to have to make these arguments and to achieve victory is fairly specialized. If you look at the lawyers we work with, it's a fairly small group of lawyers that are, experts in their field. If it weren't for organizations like the Second Amendment Foundation, or you put that in any other context for any other kind of advocacy or legal interest, it wouldn't happen in the way it does today. It would be a hodgepodge of lawsuits flying that are done by people not qualified to bring them.